Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we're doing an Oracle pickup pile. It's a little mini pile for you with the chakra cards and the shapeshifter. So we'll go ahead and focus on the 4 piles ahead. I will have them time stamped down below. All right, for those who chose the tiger pile, pile 1, you have Little Red Riding Hood, I Am Not a Victim, number 3. And you have number 35, Soul Healing. 35 breaks down to an 8. Those numbers may have significance for you. Little Red Riding Hood, I am not a victim. Once you were mistreated, it is true. Once you retreated, that is also true. No more. Now you are strong, and you're not the sum total of a bad experience. Thank the gift the hunter has given you. It is now time to mend fences and borderlines, take self-defense classes, and be sure the entry points to your home are strong and secure. On an energetic level, take responsibility. Do not allow people re-entry once they have violated a sacred threshold. You are the person who must maintain, protect, secure, and readjust your boundaries. No other is responsible. Take a stand because it is now time to be firm and decisive. No backing down. Someone stands with you. You do not face this alone. So, perhaps there's a scenario that tested your boundaries, and now it's emboldening and strengthening you to strengthen those boundaries, to not let anyone take your power from you, right? Okay. And your chakra card is Soul Healing, 35. Let me get to that. It is attached to your soul star chakra, okay? That's what connects you and your aura, your Merkaba, your light body, okay? As well as to the divine. So perhaps whatever boundary had been attacked or crossed could very well be psychic in some regard or another. And now it's a time for deep soul healing, auric protection, the full 9. You have called upon this card today as deep soul healing is at hand. Your soul is an all-powerful conscious aspect of your being and is currently undergoing a healing process. This awakening can sometimes stir things up in your life as it creates the change required to expand to a higher state of awareness. You are undergoing a rite of passage, where the things that are not working in your life are being reviewed. Know that this chaos is a positive thing. So in other words, perhaps whatever boundary had been crossed was crossed by someone who isn't changing, and you have evolved, right? And they're resisting that, and that's why they're challenging your boundaries. I recently underwent that. Know that this chaos is a positive thing. It is what is required at this time. There is divine order to this chaos, and you're being asked to trust, listen, and action the loving guidance from your soul. Your soul holds the medicine for you to heal and knows what's best for you. It is a time of deep cleansing, and you're encouraged to let go of the old as you make way for the new. Soul healing allows for healing on all levels of your being: emotional, physical, spiritual, and mental. A complete cleansing on all levels, aspects, and state of being. Be very gentle and kind to yourself as you transit through this very powerful and important time. Be sure to nurture yourself through this process, giving yourself lots of love and care. Listen to the messages your body and soul are offering you and follow through on this guidance. Amazing awakening is happening for you right now, and soon you will reap the rewards. Know that this process you're currently undergoing is a powerful injection of positive light from your soul as you heal deeply. The affirmation on this card: I'm open to receive deep soul healing now and embrace the support of pure love to guide my healing journey. So just know this could also very well have been a circumstance that confirmed how far you've come on your path as well. Just to see what level of perseverance and resilience you also have, and what's to come, right? And how much more you can go. All right, there you go. All right, for those of you who chose the rabbit pile, you have Frog Princess, Heed Wise Counsel, Listen, number 21, which breaks down to a 3, and number 19, Forgiveness, which breaks down to a 10. So this tells me that there's some sort of divinely orchestrated ending here, as well as perhaps something more tangible happening, right? Perhaps there's some sort of, I'm feeling a little bit of justice in this, perhaps for something that had been done to you. That's now coming full circle, right? But more tangibly, less spiritually here. So let's go ahead, let's get into it. Frog Princess, heed wise counsel, listen. It is not the time to do what your heart, mind, or any part of yourself tells you to do. It is time to listen to what an established authority has to tell you. No matter how much people try to persuade you that you know best, and no matter how much you believe that, the frog appearing to you here tells you that there is wise counsel around, and it is worth staying quiet, listening to what is suggested by others, then talking it through with a trusted advisor. It is not the time to think it over yourself because you're missing very important points, and there is something you are not seeing clearly. The more you listen, the more productive, healthy, and true actions will be. It does not matter what you think you know. There is more to learn. Listen to wise counsel no matter how important you are. So what I'm getting from this is there's missing puzzle pieces to a larger picture that may be of circumstance surrounding you. Like you're only one aspect of this larger picture, right? And before you can move accordingly, there may need a few more puzzle pieces to see where you need to be headed. That's what I'm seeing. And with this forgiveness card, it may have something to do with a wrong that is trying to be corrected, right? Okay. The forgiveness card is also attached to your heart chakra. So there is a bit of empathy here that is kind of needed. You attracted this card into your life today because it's a powerful time of forgiveness. When we hold on to grudges and wounds from the past, we can create imbalance and disharmony in our life. Over time, this can turn into resentment, anger, frustration, sickness, and depression, like rotting fruit creating a disease inside of us. You may be feeling flattened down about something that has happened in your life, and it is now time to bring the healing energy of forgiveness to the situation. It's also a card of release as well, so perhaps this is out of your hands, and that's why you need to heed wise counsel, right? Excuse me. True forgiveness starts with you. Take some time over the next few days to ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What requires love and attention and forgiveness? And perhaps you can find some of those puzzle pieces with wise counsel in that as well. When you have identified the issue, make sure you do what is required to surrender or expand your awareness to a place that allows for true forgiveness to occur. When you can truly forgive and let go, you can set yourself free from those stale energies and beliefs, and deep healing can occur. You will feel so much lighter and happier in your world. If you have asked a question about a situation or person, know that this is a sign for you that forgiveness is required to move forward. If you have already been working on forgiving, knowing this card is a sign that you are making progress and that you should continue doing what you are doing. To find that deep place of forgiveness requires much love, understanding, compassion, and a whole lot of courage. You have all these traits within you to draw upon at any time. The time has come for you to let go and forgive at a deeper level so you can dance in the energy of freedom. The affirmation on this card is, my heart is full of unconditional love and I forgive freely. All right, there you go. So perhaps those that pulled this pile, something's either about to happen or is in the process of happening and you're just not aware of it. Maybe you need to go investigate a little bit more, right? All right, there you go. All right, for those who have chosen the monkey pile number 3, you are unlike anyone else. Your contradictions and complexities are interesting. Number 35, which breaks down to 8. 8's an abundant number. It's also very divinely orchestrated number as well. So perhaps you are on the right path, is what I'm getting with that number. Or it could just be some sort of synchronicity you're going to be seeing out in the world to confirm this is a clue as to what you're going to be doing. All right. Then you also have number 31, which breaks down to a 4. That's a foundation number. It's also a number of protection as well, with peace here. So immediately what I'm picking up on this is that perhaps there's been some ill-informed judgments of who a person is, but it doesn't matter because you're still doing you, boo, and you're moving towards peace. And what makes your heart happy? All right, so let's go. Your decisions are being challenged. There is confusion concerning who you are. People who have been close to you may draw away or feel betrayed and confused at this time because they no longer know who you are, they say. Perhaps there's been some profound transformational change and you're becoming more of who you really are. And you're just realizing that individuals in your life aren't in alignment, and that's okay. This is a time for making choices that may seem to be odd to others, but which assist you in becoming the unique being you are. Refuse to be labeled and create your own style, look, approach, and identity, even if it does not seem popular at first. Mash concepts and come up with approaches that are innovative and exciting. Stick to your truth and go through the challenging times in order to reach a place where you are accepted and loved for who you are. If this card reaches out to you while you're feeling extremely alone, take heart. All will be worth the darker times. Besides, technically, you're never really alone. You've got a spirit team always around you, right now, as we speak. Always there for you. And of course, you have your higher self guiding everything. All this amazing high vibrational energies around you. You have the light of your own truth on your side, and all who see it will come to you to know you truly and love you for all your contradictions. You are inventing the future not only for you, but for all those like you. Don't give up just before the miracle of change blooms in your life. Now, of course, those that truly love you don't see contradiction. They see diversity, right? And they actually see your light and who you are on a soul level. And those that typically don't see your light will always fight it because you're not fitting the narrative they've created for you, right? So the best way to move out of this energy, to move towards the light, is to aim for peace, right? And that's exactly why peace is here. You have called upon this card today to remind you that peace is available to you in each moment. Peace lives within you and surrounds you at all times, and you're encouraged to connect with the powerful healing vibration of your soul and the universe. Your life may have been feeling out of control and full of stress of late, and it is time to stop for a moment and recognize and deeply connect to the peace that lies within you. You may feel the urge to meditate or simply go somewhere in nature where you're being able to sit by yourself to feel the peaceful energy that is being offered to you at this time. When you can stop and connect with this energy, it will evoke a deep process of cleansing and renewal, which will make you feel lighter, clearer, and more energized. Sitting with the peacefulness of your being will bring about deep healing on many levels. And it's actually a really good thing to do if you just experience some sort of chaotic imbalance with any other energy that wants to see as contradictory instead of going with the flow, right? Chances are they jostled something, and they're not, and you're feeling their energy too, because, energy is fluid. And so you would need to recalibrate and kind of bring back to self again in balance. And it's absolutely okay to ask for patience. Absolutely. If anyone, and that's a boundary that people need to respect, period, because we can't always do things on their time, right? We need to kind of go with the flow and kind of evaluate our needs first before we can kind of like assist others, right? Otherwise, we run the risk of spilling out our cups everywhere, kicking things over and not having them refilled, right? And then before you know it, it affects us physically, right? It all trickles down. Everything in the physical starts in the spiritual. So we are all striving to find peace in the world, and we don't realize that all the striving actually stops us from truly being in the energy of peace. It is now time to stop and be in that peace that resonates in every cell of your being. If you have asked or thought of a specific question, this card is a sign that peace is present and is the answer. Feel the peace in your soul and bathe in its magical essence. The affirmation on this card: peace exists in each moment and within every cell of my being. There you go. Monkey pile, pile 3. All right, for those who have chosen the Ram, you have Orca Magic. The Akashic Libraries are open. Number 43, which breaks down to a 7. Lucky number. And Spirit is guiding. And number 13, which breaks down to a 4, which is protection. Personal power. It's also a number of foundations in who you are and where you're going on a soul level as well as tangibly. So I'm immediately getting that there's going to need to be some strength because perhaps there's some new information coming through about your Akashic past somehow. Let's read on. Orca Magic. The Akashic Library is open. The whales are a key to unlocking the mysteries of the past history of the planet, including the times of Lemuria and Atlantis, and of the off-planet origins of some life on this planet. This is feeling starseed ancestry oriented. This may be a prompt to go explore that. When this card comes to you, you are being given a strong message that you are the keeper of galactic mysteries, and you have a strong star person connection. Star people are connected to the growing need to connect to the galactic web, which we are a vital part of. In order to receive their message, you must allow yourself to hear their song and learn more of the ancient times. When this card appears, it is time to take yourself outside and gaze up into this night sky. Learn about the constellations you can view from your home. Tune into the worlds beyond this world and ask that they connect with you in healthful ways. I just got a vision of myself actually doing that a number of years ago. I've always kind of been guided to one particular star system, and I never quite knew why. So if that is something that you're sort of familiar with, you may want to look up the origin of that star system and see how it may relate akashically to you, okay? That may have some significance to your path. What? Who knows? Got to explore it to really feel it out intuitively, of course. You're more than likely going to have to tap into intuition for that one, and then tap into your intellectual database to help you along the way, okay? That's something I've been doing a lot lately of. I've been just looking at various mythologies that I feel guided to watch intuitively, as well as just histories and philosophies and pretty much anything spiritual over the past 10, 20,000 years, right? Anything that sort of calls to you. That may be a good time to do that right now if you've got some moment of repose and finding yourself not knowing what else to do. That may be a helpful thing at this time. Listening to whale song can also help to heal any physical ailments you may have. Simply listening to a recording of their song can be healing for you at this time. That indicates some clairaudience there. You might want to go explore that. There may be new healing modalities that are clairaudience oriented. Go ahead and peruse the meditation playlist as well as the how-tos and helpful videos playlist as well. There may be stuff in there for you because I know that was the first place I went to because I knew I was mostly clairaudient when I first was waking up. And since then I've discovered others, other clairs that I should be tapping into as well, in addition to. And I did find a lot of sound healing varieties to be super, super helpful. So you may want to check that out as well. Whales can also assist with intergalactic travel without physically leaving the planet. Seal and repair any wounds or tears in your energy field. Hints of auric cleansing, protecting, activation, repairing any past life wounding is what I'm hearing with that, as well as astral projection, astral travel, things you might want to look up. Okay. And return to you the parts of your soul that you may be unaware or even missing. That leads me to a video I had just watched that Christine Lopes did, which I just added to one of the playlists not even 2 days ago, talking about dissociation on a spiritual level. right there, soul fragmentation was mentioned. You might want to go check that out, okay? Um, that was particularly fascinating to learn, and it's all auric field related as far as healing that, as well as just kind of recovering lost parts of yourself. And I really get the feeling with this. Um, and you do have this personal power card, the solar plexus chakra is attached to, and you will need strength through this because you're probably going to discover things that are extremely unusual and challenging, and perhaps even where it might make you feel a little isolating, like, oh my god, you're just weird and strange and crazy, and you'll probably start to go, okay, should I even tell anybody about this because this is weird. um, I have heard people talk about their starseed ancestry, and everyone's like, oh, okay, you're reptilian, but they don't really know what they're talking about when they say that. It's really just like you have this ancestral connection to some, alien species or race that existed several 70,000, 80,000, 100,000, 200,000 years ago or whatever. You got to think on a soul level, we just keep going, right? We reincarnate. So, of course, we're going to have past lives that are not of this planet or of our species, of course, right? And your higher self is going to have you discover things about yourself that serve some sort of purpose in this lifetime. Now, the fun part is figuring out what that purpose is, but you're going to definitely need to have a lot of strength and perseverance through it because there's going to be a lot of very, I don't know how to put this nicely, and consider to those that are still kind of battling their ego. Okay, I get it. You're still going to kind of be dealing with those that are asleep. Okay, and that's okay. We were all asleep once, right? Eventually, we'll wake up, and I'm only assuming I'm talking to a bunch of people that have awoken, so to speak, right? Had their spiritual awakenings and went through all the stages, or in the middle of going through the stages, or just beginning, wherever you're at. Everyone's on different timelines. So it's going to be difficult to like communicate some of this stuff with people, and you're going to have to be very strong about it. So this is where you can also have the strength to go just find your soul family as well that would understand what you're exploring, right? Um, you kind of reserve what you talk about depending on who you're talking to, and then you kind of expand out your social circles because you're looking to connect with people that have personal experience with what you're um, trying to research for yourself, right? So, personal power. We are living in a truly exciting time here on earth, and we are all encouraged and invited to live more from a place of empowerment. Over time, we have learned to hand over our power to other people and situations, which has created imbalance and inequality. No more. We're all taking our power back and living in our truth, right? And part of living in your truth is to know what your truth is. And the Akashic has all the answers, and your higher self has a direct connection. So sometimes we feel like other people know what's best for us and the situation at hand, and due to a lack of self-love and honor, we give our power over to them. It is now time to connect to your own wisdom, love, and personal power. Everything you required is within you. Now it is time to look within and listen to that loving wisdom and your own divine guidance. It's time to connect with your soul. At times, power can be misunderstood as a negative or controlling expression that comes from the ego. However, the power we are talking about here is love and comes from a place deep within our heart and soul. Have you been handing your power over to others? Now is the time for you to reel it back in. It is time to make your own decisions and choices and allow the power of your soul to shine through to manifest your heart's desire. Now, a little bit of taking back control had been mentioned in one of the two previous piles, so you might want to go check that out. I believe it was monkey, but it could have been rabbit, okay? And maybe if you're in the middle of that part of things where you're kind of being challenged by others, that could be the reason what's creating an imbalance, right? Is that, one person's coming from ego and you're coming from heart, right? So there's automatically going to be ill communication. That happens a lot, okay? Have no fear. Just know they just don't know any better. And you're doing you, and you be honest and true to yourself, okay? Connecting with your personal power will bring abundance of opportunity and magic to your life. The power of the universe is surging through you at all times. Harness this power and enhance your life and well being. Know you are supported fully by your higher self and the universe in this powerful and exciting transition. The affirmation on this card is very simple. Say it as many times as you need to, okay? I am empowered. That's it. No need to say more. All right. There you go. Have a good one. Bye.